Hey, how
Hey
y'all
y'all.
doing? Welcome back for episode 6 of Girl, Let's Talk About It with Keela and B. So this week, we will be discussing protecting your energy. So I'm gonna let Keela kick us off and get us started with that.
Y'all, let me tell y'all that I am so excited to talk about this topic. And I feel like I say that with every topic, but I don't know, protecting your energy and your peace, I feel like that's big. And I'm just now learning it, now that I'm getting older. Because you think about back then, you used to let a lot of people, ruffle your feathers.
For real, for real.
So it's something. It's a learning curve as well because you also trying to figure out what is your piece and how you like to be treated and what you're not gonna let fly from what you let fly back in the day. Like
Right.
it's different things. So I really think like this topic can benefit everybody.
Absolutely. And I like that you pointed out the fact that a part of it is finding out what your piece is, right? Because I think for us, a lot of us are still in that transition portion of life where we're trying to figure out where we are. And I mean, and it's not in the sense of like where we were 10 years ago in our early 20s trying to figure out who we were. I think for a lot of us, we're getting a better sense of that now. I feel like we thought we were supposed to be doing that in our early 20s, trying to figure out who I am. And if we're being honest, you're doing a lot of things at that point in your age that like sometimes necessarily don't have the right guidance and you're just experimenting. You're just doing whatever, trying to figure out what sticks and what doesn't, right?
Exactly.
And I think now where you are today, I think the dust is settling and you're finding out where things landed and now you're actually able to orient yourself and figure out, okay, this is really like who I am. There's some things that you may have thought that's who you were in your early 20s that now you've evolved and you've grown from, and now you can really try to pinpoint what it is that you're looking to actually do with your life. Like I can't believe we really thought in our early 20s that we was gonna have life figured out by the time we hit 30. We was gonna be, we're gonna do this and I'm
Right.
gonna have this and this and this and that by the time I'm 30. Or I'm a like I don't know how I thought I was gonna achieve those things. Now granted, my hat is off to those because it is achievable, it is obtainable for those who are focused and actually are at peace with themselves or have found their peace at an earlier, age.
Right.
And I think for us, it wasn't no finding peace. We was out here creating chaos, not finding pieces in our early to mid
Right.
20s.
But you also you think about it, it's hard finding yourself too though. I like for me it's like back then I'm like, I'm okay with that, or but now I'm like, I'm not letting that slide. I'm not letting
Right.
that fly. I mean, you will let somebody say something to you back then, you be like, what? But then now when you growing and things happen, you be like, okay, I was really not comfortable when I was
Right.
doing that, where I was saying that. So now, or around those people,
Mm-hmm.
now I need to really think about where I want to be at in my life
Mm-hmm.
and who
And
I
then
want
what's
around me.
serving you, what's helping you get to where
Mm-hmm.
you want to be. I think one good question here is what is protecting your energy? Like what is that to you? What does that mean to you? What does protecting your energy, what does it look like? Is it something that's
Right.
one and done? Is it something that's continual or evolving? Is it something that it's a team effort? Is it something that's like something that you have to do on your own? Like I think that's different for every single person. But I do know
Yeah.
one thing. I do know it is active work. It's not something you can do one and done. Like if you
Right.
are actively protecting your energy, it is something you are always doing at all times. Um, I do know like you were saying too, like when you're younger, there are certain things that you would like let slide or let ride, because you're like, well, I enjoy being around these people. I enjoy this company. For whatever the reason may have been for you at that time in your life. But um they may have not really served you, right? And it may have not
Right.
really put you in the right um position to progress. Like for me, I think like I had this thing where I was thinking of oh, protect your peace and protect your energy. I was like, oh, they're one and the same, but are they really? You know what I mean? Because like I feel like protecting your energy is protecting what you put your focus on, protecting what you decide to give energy to. I'm deciding what I want to pour into today. That's protecting my energy. When I say, okay, I'm not pouring into that today. I'm not feeding into that negativity. I'm not feeding into that bad energy. I'm not feeding into whatever that is. But protecting my peace is protecting my journey.
Yeah.
That's protecting the inward part for me. What you think?
Like, I don't know. I got like mixed feelings because to me, I feel like, to me personally, I feel like they the same. And the reason why I think they are the same, because if my energy off, my protecting my peace is gonna be off. Like my peace and my energy, they go together for me. Because if I'm popping off and I'm going off, that means you taking energy from me for me to have a conversation that I don't want to have, or I feel some way about this conversation. And at that time, you taking me out of me being me, so you taking me out of my peace. You know what I'm saying? So,
I can see how that's hand in hand. I can see definitely how that's hand in hand. And I don't disagree with that one bit, because I do feel like you do have to protect one to protect the other. So I can see how they do kind of just smack together right in the middle. And they do, right? They do intertwine or intersect or however you want to see it. But yeah, in a sense, like it's still you on defense. Like if you're being honest, like you're still on defense either way. Oh, hey girl.
we like, hey, we see you over there.
Like, oh, hey. Oh, glad to have you on in the group chat. So look, don't let that be your only comment. Make sure you jump in there and get in this conversation. No, but I was just saying, like, yeah, it's one and the same, right? You got to protect one to protect the other. I guess I'd be looking at it so literal. For me, it's like, what am I putting out into the world? And then like, that's how I view energy. Like, I guess because I've been, I don't know. I feel like I've been the kind, like, I be trying to put into other people, you know, I be trying to pour in and like give as much as I can back to others, because I feel like, I mean, there was a point in my life where I was surrounded with people who I felt like poured into me. And I know how that made me feel. And I know how it made me, like, that watered my seed. You know what I mean? And then, you know, but then there does come a time where sometimes you can be overwatered. And then that's where protecting your peace comes in. Where you got to be like, okay, like now we got to draw a line and create a boundary. And I feel like people look at boundaries negatively.
Right. I don't get that. Because I'm sure, like, if I got to the point, I'm not, like, in the past, like, year and a half, if someone want to have a conversation with me that I don't want to have, I'm going to say it respectfully. I don't want to have this conversation at all, or this is the conversation that I have to table. And that's just me protecting my energy and my peace, because I know me and how I'm feeling about it at this moment. Let me take a step back and we can go back to this conversation, or this is a conversation that I'm not willing to have. And people take that the wrong way. And I don't see why, though. I feel like I'll do the same for you. If I'm coming to you with a conversation that you don't want to have a conversation about, and you're like, hey, Key, look, this conversation right now, I'm just not, my head space, I'm mentally cannot have this conversation. I'm going to respect that. I might ask you, like, do you think you will be able to have this conversation later? If they tell me, yeah, I'm like, okay. If no, I understand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that's another thing too. Like, when setting boundaries, having a hard no on something. Like, if you're truly my friend and I have a hard no on something, you're not gonna get offended that I have a hard no. You know what I mean? Like, what you say? It definitely depends on the time and how serious the conversation is. I totally agree. Like, honestly, if you're addressing something that is like, you're addressing a situation that's between us, right? I'm not going to tell you, I don't want to have this conversation, because now I'm deflecting accountability, right? So like, of course, like we also got to understand those pieces of it too. You can't draw a line, a boundary where there's accountability.
Right.
Like, come on, like we can't do that now. Like, it's okay to draw lines in the sand and have your boundaries and have your hard nose. But when it comes time for someone to have that conversation, that's an accountability conversation. Okay, we have to be adults in that moment and be like, okay, no, I can't draw no line in the sand here. Like, it's going to be uncomfortable. That's a part of growing up, having them uncomfortable conversations and being able to be like, all right, let me take accountability, or even listen through and be heard, let the person be heard as far as how you made them feel.
Yeah. I mean, I had situations with that before, and it was like, okay, at this point, I don't feel like talking, but I will listen to what you have to say, and I'm going to process it and come back to you, because I know my emotions right now is high, and I'm not trying to go there because I feel like our relationship is important. Yep. I feel like, our connection is important. So I don't want for me to pop off on you because how I'm feeling.
Right.
So I'm going to listen to what you have to say. This is my opinion. Like, I will listen to what you have to say. But I want to process what I have to say, because I don't want to say something that gonna offend you. Because I know it's a couple times I'm like, you know what, my emotions is high right now, let me take a step back, let me think about it. What I heard what you said, I respect it, and I just want to process it. I will get back to you later on the same topic so I can do it respectfully.
Right.
Do that make sense?
Yeah. Because I mean, you got to think about it too, like you said, you're trying to, let me take a moment, take a step back, because I am aware of where I am. I'm aware of how I'm feeling right now. And our relationship is important to me, and I don't want to jeopardize that. So let me take a moment and take a step back. I'll come back to you. I hear you, right? Let me process what it is that you're saying. And I think, like, I don't know, I feel like I've dealt with people too in the past who don't accept that part, right? They're like, no, we're going to have this conversation right now. And it's like, okay, because now you want to have this conversation. If you force this conversation, you're now trying to invade my peace. You're trying to invade, like, I'm respectful that you want to have this conversation, right? I'm respectful of the fact that you want to hold me accountable, and I do think it is worth having. I am giving you the validity in that, right? I am giving you the, like, confirmation. You are right. I agree. At this moment, though, I may say the wrong thing, and I value you. I think that's an important part to say, because I think, like, sometimes we just be like, no, I don't feel like talking right now. Like, I hear you, but I don't want to talk right now, because everybody's emotions be high, right? Everybody's emotions be high, and then we be sitting in that moment like, okay, well, I don't feel like talking, so what? Like, we can talk later. Like, you got to take that pride out of it. You got to take that ego out of it, like, really, and just be like, okay, no, I hear you. I hear you. You got valid points. Give me a minute. I'll be back. Let's have this conversation, like, where we can sit down and, like, actually hear each other out. Like, because right now I think, but just saying that part, I think our emotions real high right now. But I hear you, and I agree. But yeah.
But you think about, sometimes it's easier said than done, depending on the person. Because as some people, I be like, man, I've been trying, but at this point, you taking me somewhere I don't want to go, and I'm still working on myself. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I'm still working on myself. So I most definitely have those moments where I be like, you want to have this conversation? Okay, let's have it. But that's after I try to tell you. Give me a moment.
Look, girl, I've fallen victim to that too. Like, okay, you know what? Let's do this then. Let's do it. Come on. And now I'm gonna say all the things I was trying not to say. I gave you a moment there to get out of that. But yeah, no, I've definitely been there. So what are some of the things that you do to protect your energy in situations like that? Like, outside, like, let's say you get to that point where they just like, no, we're gonna have this conversation, right? Or somebody keep pressing you in a moment where you try to set that clear boundary, right? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do?
Look, I'll say here, like, it depends.
I'm gonna protect my peace on that one. You see?
It depends too, because if it's over the phone, look, I'm sorry. If you hear a silence or you hear a beep beep, because I'm gonna hang up on you.
Talking about some boop boop boop.
Like, I told you 20 times that, like, I'm not in my right. Y'all, come on now. I'm trying to, get there with you, but the way, or how they be like, some people be real disrespectful with it and just like, well, I'm trying to be polite, I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to be kind.
Mm-hmm.
In those moments, if we're on the phone and I'm telling you like, okay, I need a minute to process, and they can respect that, then I can't respect this conversation. I'm gonna hang up. I'm just being honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at that, but
I don't fault you for that though. I think that's fair, right? Because if you put it out there that you are trying to be like, hey, like you dropped a few gems in there, like, hey, so I'm trying to pump the brakes. Not right now. Let's not do this. This ain't the time. And they just keep on, no, because and it's like, all right, you know what? The best thing I can do is just end this conversation.
Right. And then if we in person, I'm gonna have to walk away. It's basically it's the same thing. I'm just walk away, be like, hey, you know what? You can have this conversation by yourself.
By yourself, right? Now look, respecting the boundaries is necessary. It is. It definitely is. And I think that goes back into the conversation we were having a couple of episodes ago about surrounding yourself with the right people. Because if you do that and you have friends that are genuinely your friend, they understand that piece of it. You know, I'm gonna respect you the same way that I would want you to respect me. And I think that goes back into that's another way, you know, of protecting your energy and protecting your peace, because you're surrounding yourself with people who understand what that takes, right?
Yeah.
For me though, like I feel that it is like, I feel like respecting your peace, because remember I did say like that part I felt was different in my eyes, right? Peace, protecting peace and then protecting energy. But I felt like protecting my peace is more spiritual. That's like I feel like the energy, I feel like that's just like having a conversation with a friend, setting a boundary, you know, explaining or trying to dictate what I'm putting into the universe, as far as if I'm giving attitude to somebody, or if I'm really just genuinely trying to be there for somebody. What did she say? She said, you can continue to pour into people who do not pour into you. You will empty yourself. Yes, that is true. That is very true. And that's why I feel like protecting energy and protecting peace are different, because I can't give away, like, I feel like I can't pour my peace into anybody. I can't give you peace and you can't give me peace, but I can give you energy and you can give me energy. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I be seeing the difference. So like with saying like I need to protect my peace, I feel like I'm protecting the spiritual part of me. I feel like that's me protecting the journey or the connection I have with God, or for any of you, for whatever higher, you know, being presence that you all feel, but whatever connection you have with the divine, right? I feel like that's what protecting your peace is, right? I feel like that part is what's like important to make sure we're doing. Like, I feel like that's the part that I'd like to like make sure I'm protecting at all times, right? And necessarily like, and then the energy is like what I'm pouring into others, or what I'm allowing others to pour into me, because sometimes you got to protect your peace on the defense side and not let people feed you negative energy or feed you you know, malicious intent, like the dude in the comments who I just had to block. Like, why are you here with that type of energy and that type of, you know? So it's like, so like I literally, we sit here talking and I'm just watching these things coming. I'm like, okay, why? Like, let me not put my energy. But it's like, it's things like that. And that's just one other thing to show how we are continuously in warfare out here, trying to make sure that we stay above ground and stay above it all, because it's always somebody trying to attack your character and what you got going for yourself. Clearly, we're sitting here having a beautiful conversation where we're, you know, inviting others into it because we want something good to come out of it, you know, so we can't allow negativity into the conversation. So that's where that defense block comes up on protecting your energy.
Yeah. I don't know, when I think of protecting my peace, I think of my mental. I think that's what it is, like the difference. But you know, it's my mental, because if you take me out of my character and I'm giving you my energy, like my mental is not going to be there, because then I'm thinking about this thing and then you got me hype on this thing and I have other people around me that I'm not giving them my best energy.
Right.
But I do get what you're saying, and I'm like, maybe I need to start thinking of it like that and not the way that I think of it. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, but look, I mean, either way that you think about it, as long as you protecting you, because at the end of the day, that's what it is.
That part.
You know, you got to protect you at all costs, no matter if it's protecting, you know, your spiritual, your mental, your physical, everything, every part of it. Because at the end of the day, if we're not protecting us, we ain't gonna be the best us for all these other little people around. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I think it's all because you want to protect your person, because you, like, back in the day, like, I keep on saying back in the day, but it's just like I feel like I grew from back in the day. So
it seems so close but so far at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
It feel like I was just right here, but now, and I'm like right here, but it's like it's a big difference because back then I'm like, you gonna pop off, I'm gonna pop off with you.
I'm gonna meet you where you want to be met. Like, I was definitely there. And like, look, like Brittany said, always give the best version of yourself while protecting you. Like, I think that's the other part that we're at that point in our lives that we're realizing that we gotta juggle. Like, that's the part that we gotta be like, okay, how do I do this? Right? How do I do this effectively? Because like you said, the old us would have just met you where you was.
Just met it, right? Like, hey, you know what? You want to have this conversation now? You sure you want to have this conversation now? Because I can go there. But I feel like now that then you have people that you have to worry about too now. Now maybe that's the reason why, I feel like protecting my energy and everything like that now is more important because I have little people that's looking up at me. Yes. If that makes sense. Absolutely. So it's just like, even with my kids nowadays, if somebody like Kayla be like, this person said this at school, I'm like, just ignore them. Yeah. Because you're giving them the energy and the time to have that conversation with them. If they want to be negative, let them be negative on their own. Right. So I feel like, and I don't feel like I was, back then, it was not talked about a lot. Like protecting your peace or protecting your energy, Back then it was like,
if they hit you, hit them back.
Exactly.
That's the advice I can remember when I think about protecting, right? Protecting your energy, protecting your space, standing your ground. If she want to get her mama, you can get your mama too.
Exactly. But now I'm learning, it's like, nowadays it's different. Like, you're not going to take me there. I'm not going to go there with you because you're not worth my time, energy, or me thinking about you. It's not worth it.
Plus, I feel like where we've grown as women, like, we got so much more at stake than we did then, right? Like, we've grown and created these whole families, right? A lot of us, like, we're at that point now where we've got, families and homes, like, not a house, but a home to protect, right? Like she was saying, teaching your daughters, like, my daughter, oldest in high school, and I just had this conversation with her about not giving energy where it doesn't need to be given, right? And like she was telling me how some girl had said something to her, and I was like, girl, like, I think I told y'all this on the other episode. I keep referencing my other episodes. Listen, if y'all ain't watch them, just go watch them. But on a previous episode, I told y'all how I told my daughter, if it ain't getting in the way of you making money, y'all remember, if it ain't getting in the way of you making no money, getting your grades or your health, then girl, don't pay it no mind. Period. Yeah. Like, and that's what I always tell her about, like, protecting her energy. Just have some type of baseline in your mind. That you set a standard. Like, okay, this is the standard. This is my unwavering. This, like, once it goes past this point, then that's when. But if you don't have that baseline, if you don't have that, like, that boundary in your mind, right, your own personal boundary where you're thinking, okay, if it gets to this point, then this happens. Then you're just going to be all over the place, right? Because then this day, it might be this word that sets you off. And then this day, it might be something a lot less or something so much more that you let go so much further. You got to have those strong boundaries, not only on the external, but on the internal as well. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell her that baseline, if it ain't affecting your money, your health, or your grades, or, really it's like if it ain't affecting you, like, doing what you need to do, your responsibilities. I just tell her grades because right now that's her only responsibility. But if it ain't affecting those things, then girl, it don't matter. You don't need to give the energy to that. It's not worth it. Her saying, I always be like, okay, she said that. What did it stop for you? What did it stop for you? nothing,
Right.
then just forget it. I think it's look, I'm rambling. I'm sorry, Keela.
No, you're good. You're good.
Because this topic it's a lot to me. Like at first when we first started, I was like, how can I streamline this conversation, right? Because I know how this it's a broad topic, right? In so many different ways. And I think that's where I'm like, I want to touch on every single subcategory of this topic because it's like it's a lot and it's worth talking about. Like I enjoy like speaking on things like this, like how to protect, just that part, like how to protect your energy, what you put into the world, the image, the brand that you are. Like don't let nobody knock you off of that because you got to think about everything that you went through to get to where you are right now, right? Like don't let nobody knock you off of that because you put a lot into it. You put a lot into it, so don't let nobody knock your character, or that just made me like light bulb another thing too. Because like it's another reason why, like we were talking about getting away from back home. Because when you keep yourself in environments where people feel like they know you, they just think that they know you forever, right? You knew high school me, or you knew middle school me, you knew growing up on 20th Street me, or, growing up wherever, North Chicago,
right.
I've grown so much more from that because I opened my, I broadened my scope. I broadened my horizon. I broadened, the things that I have around me, the experiences in my life to help grow me, right? And I'm not going to say the same person ever. I'm going to be a very different person 10 years, maybe 5 years from now than I am today. I might look back on some of these podcasts and be like, what was I talking about? Girl, you didn't know nothing. But life brings experience and brings knowledge.
Right.
Like that, I'm just so excited to get on to that point. Like, but I want to do stuff like this because I've got little sisters, little cousins that look up to me that if I can give them any piece of advice that wasn't given to me, then I want to give them that. I want them to be better. I want us to create better for our whole family. Not just my little piece of our family. I want my whole family. If we can even impact our whole community, then why not? Giving these little talks. But it's like having the conversation where we're bringing in them same people. You know what I mean? Because they also didn't have the same, like we struggled. We realized we didn't have those conversations, but we became enlightened enough to know, like, okay, we were missing something. Right. And we sought the resources and sought the information so that we could become better. And we didn't fall victim to whatever circumstances was given to us, Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry.
You're not good. It is crazy because I was listening to what you were saying. And it's crazy because I was having a conversation with one of my old friends, like I was telling you earlier, from back in the day. And I was like,
she keep on back, y'all. We ain't even that. We ain't even got that many backs behind us.
Like my teens. Like I'm in my 30s now. I'm like my teens. And when I was talking to them, it was like, I'm so proud of you because just off the conversation that we was having, I see that the growth in them. So I was like, the growth in you is crazy. I'm proud of you for growing. And they was like, well, everybody got to do that. And I'm like, but no, you think about it. It's a lot of people from back where we're from that they didn't grow none. Yeah. They still have that same mindset. And then people try to take you, like what I'm trying to say, like the energy, they trying to take your energy out because they don't have nothing to lose. But you got to think about, you have so much stuff to lose. So it's just at this point, it's like the conversation's not even worth it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for those people that not even trying to grow. Yeah. Like, I feel like everybody should want to grow in some way. And for those people that's like cool where they at, it's just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
But that's how you protect your energy. You see that, right? And you be like, I can't be around that no more. I can't be around that because you're constantly pulling from me, right? And sometimes some people, they be like trying to get you to partake in like, hold on. Yes, intentional progress versus stagnant folks. You know what I mean? Like, you have a goal. You have somewhere that you're going. You have aspirations. And sometimes, like, you go to tell these people some of these aspirations. You go to tell these people some of these plans that you have for your life. And the first thing that they do is tell you how it's impossible, or tell you how you finna do that, how you expect to do that, or, you know, they tear down that plan before you even put it in motion. And like, that was one thing like I dealt with before that, I don't know, it kind of make you look at people in your circle different, real different. And it can be hurtful sometimes, because you're like, dang, I thought you really believed in me. You believe in me to go over here and do that, but you don't believe in me enough for me to do that. Make it make sense. Like, make it make sense, because it don't make sense to me. Like, you okay with me being I don't know. You okay with me being subpar? You okay with me capping out? You know what I mean? Right. You okay with me hitting the ceiling? Like, you believe in me up to this point, but beyond that, I don't know.
Me, but you gotta think about it as well. Those same people is the same people that don't believe in themselves. There's a couple people that I'd be like, hey, I got this going on. I feel like this something that you can do, you know, or whatever like that. And they give you 20,000 excuses on why they can't do it. And those are those same people that, like you just said, you okay with me doing this, but when I do this, you telling me I can't do it. Like, right. Okay. Right. It's time to,
or look, I'm sitting here in the comments, y'all been in here today, and I love it. Like, I've been like in the conversation with the host, and I'm like going through the comments. Y'all been in here, and I love it. Thank you guys so much. But I'm sitting here and I see that Brandy was like, and then you see them doing the same thing.
The same thing. Oh my God, is that not crazy? Because they're like, oh well, she can do it, I can do it. But then you see them fall right on their behind. Be like, see, we could have did this together.
We could have did it together. But they be so quick to try to chop you down and tell you why you can't do it. But then they feel like, oh, I found a shortcut, or I found a plug. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna do it better. Why y'all always trying to outdo somebody else? Like, why? Like, listen, I'm not trying to cap nobody else's progress or cap nobody else's aspirations, but don't cut nobody else down. Like it just, I don't be seeing the point in that. If you doing what I'm doing, let's do it together. Let's reach out. Let's help each other. Let's right. network. Let's branch. Let's brand. Let's collaborate. Whatever it may be. But like, I don't realize that like if you stack the blocks, they go higher. Don't knock somebody else's down. It ain't gonna make yours no taller.
Yes. And then I hate when it be those people where, like you just said, was like when you do something and then they turn around and do it, but they feel like they got a shortcut, and then once you get to where you want to be at, they want to jump on the train and be like, oh, how you do this? How you do that? How you do this? I had to learn all this. So you think I'm your shortcut?
Right. Right. You weren't with me shooting in the gym.
Right. And me, like, I'm okay with answering questions and stuff like that. But for the people that I asked at the beginning, when I was down, like when it was just an idea, when it was just on, paper, where I was coming up with my different ideas, and I asked you if you want to be part of this, and then you like, nah, but then you see me do all the work, and then now you want to
join? I got to protect my peace. I got to cut you out. I can't put my energy into that. I'm sorry. I got to let you go, because I tried to pour into you in the beginning, and you wasn't here for it. I can't be pouring like, where is it? Because that comment earlier, this is literally going right back to that from Brandy, where it's like you could pour so much into somebody else, you ain't got nothing left for yourself. And I feel like that's what they be wanting you to. They be wanting you to.
I feel like I love these comments. They just come in. I wish we could just have them all to show and just everybody see, because they be lit.
Yeah, because y'all look. I want to join. I want to be like, let me see your video invite. You come on. Because I want to hear what you got to say.
Right.
No, because it's a good topic, and I feel like every single person in here, like Tila says every week, what we're talking about is relatable to every single person. You know what I mean? Because we all are going through a lot of the same stuff. It may be in a different. No, it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. It is. We going through the same stuff. But look, now I'm over here. I'm dropping everything. I got stuff propped up here. My little notes, y'all. My little notes over here. So I keep propping it up. So at what point for you do you feel like, no, I guess I should ask this. Do you feel like you found peace?
Not where I want to be at.
Sorry. I look at the comment like, yes, I know I'm clumsy. It's okay.
Not where I want it to be at. Because some things still have me want to go there. Then other things is just be like, I can't today. I can't.
Yep.
How about you? How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
No. Right. No, I have not found peace yet. Right. I feel like I'm on that road. I feel like I've reached a point in my life that I realize my path to peace. Because I think like we be out here like, oh yeah, I want to find peace, but like, do you know how to get there? And honestly, like I've been like really trying to grow spiritually, like a lot, like, and I feel childish almost, because I'm like, why did I feel like I needed to like wait to be like, okay, I'm finna find my peace? You know what I mean? Like, why did I feel like I needed to like wait until I was like, there's no age requirement to get to start your journey to find peace. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just like you have to have a lot of those moments where you're like self-aware and like know what you need to work on, right? Like, I know that there are things in me that still need to be fixed and still need to be addressed, right? Because like I know that I'm still growing. Like I was just telling you, I cut out secular music, y'all. So I've been listening to like, I done found my whole little Apple playlist that's like all this hip hop, R&B, like Christian music, and it's kind of lit, y'all. It's like, ain't no kind of, it's lit. So so we driving down the highway the other day, and I'm listening to some Christian music, but then I'm cussing somebody out on the road. And Janelle was like, oh, mom, and she's pointing at the radio, and I'm like, God know he working on me.
Right, it takes time. It takes time. I feel like back then I didn't even know what protecting my peace and my energy was. Like I didn't know until I had literally cut almost a lot of people out of my space, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is peaceful. Like,
yes,
this is where it's at. Like me not in like going kicking it and hanging out and doing what I used to do. I'm like, back then I'm like, it was all good, but now I'm at the age I am now, and I'm like, with nobody, like I still talk to people, but with nobody around, I'm like, man, this is peace. I'm loving it. I love it here. I love it for me.
It's like, I think what it is too is like you're cutting out so much unnecessary interactions, right? Think about how tired you be after a day, right? And then like when you have meaningful interactions with people, like for example, when we get off of this like podcast, whenever me and you hang up a call, right? Regardless of what it is, I feel like our conversations are always productive, right? Yeah. Whether it's just talking about the kids and the fact that I sent that microphone to Stephanie and now she's singing up through y'all house. Regardless to what it is, it's productive, right? It's like we're pouring some type of positivity into each other. You might call me and I'm like feeling down or I'm tired, but when I get off the phone with you, I feel more energized. You know what I mean? Because
I feel the same way, girl. I do.
But it's like because we reached that point where it's like I'm intentional with the people that I have around me, and I'm intentional with, you know, the energy, because listen, we all got those. It's a few people that you're like, I still got to keep, you know, tabs on this person or talk to this person or keep this person in my life, and it may not be for your gain. It may be because you feel like like you need to pour into this person, or this person needs someone like you to pour into them. But you be having to put on your armor before that interaction. You know what I mean? Like you be having to suit up, like, all right, I know I gotta call this person. Let me put my suit on. Y'all, it be like that. I got this one friend, I'd be like, all right, I know she finna she finna do a whole negative dump on me. She finna tell me everything that's like going wrong, and you know, and I gotta be that voice for her. Sometimes I'll just give her some words like, girl, you know, whatever it might be, you know, it may not be straight advice, but it may just be some words of encouragement to get her through that moment. But I'll be having to put on my armor, because I can't absorb that energy, because the old me would feel like I need to solve this problem for her, or I need to figure it out. Girl, you want us to go ride around the corner or what? You want me to go see if his car in front of that? Like, like when you got like, I realized, okay, I don't need to solve the problem for nobody, you know, but just be in that ear and listening, but making sure I put my armor on so that I don't absorb whatever energy this person's putting off. But this person still needed that outlet, you know, so
yeah, a listening ear.
Yeah, you know, and I still try to be there, you know, and listen. I may not always have the advice, and I be feeling stuck sometimes. Like, I want to say something, but I don't know what to say to this person. Then I remember, like, it's not on me to give them the answer. It's not on me to have a response to this thing that this person is saying. They just needed to get it out. They just needed to release that energy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When that happened, do you let that person know, like, you know, I'm here for air, but I'm always not gonna have an answer for you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you let her know that? Or
No,
you just
no,
like,
I think I haven't, because I know that this person hasn't had that self-realization piece yet of knowing that they need to start their journey. But it's not on me to tell them you need to find peace, because they if they don't know that they need that yet, they don't know what peace is. They're gonna start searching for something that they don't know what it is, and then that's gonna be a continuous unfulfilled journey, because they haven't identified what peace is to them to even say I need to start that journey towards it. You know? Yeah. So, wait, what? Hold on. Gotta know where you are mentally to even get. Yes, right.
That
exactly.
part.
Because it's like
that part.
Because think about, like I was saying before, the same person would dump all of this information on me, and I would feel like I needed to solve it. I would feel like I needed to come with a solution. It took me to realize where I was to be like, okay, that's not my space. That's not my job here, you know? But yeah.
Yeah. I already think, like, giving people like my air, it sometimes it be what they be saying. I be like, this energy right now, like, I'm gonna listen. But next time you call me, I might not be in my mental state to listen to that conversation.
Yeah. Well, like here, like Josiah said, he's like halfway through, he usually asks, like, are you trying to vent, or you want to hear what I think? Like, I think that is a good thing too. Like, I definitely do still do that, even with some of my other friends that just like, we're just chopping it up, you know, just having a conversation. I'd be like, okay, before I say what I gotta say, do you want to hear what I gotta think, or do you just want to be? What do you want to just vent? But like, I think the transparency piece in it, you know, like you said, letting them know up front, like, look, I don't think I got the mental capacity to put out that right now.
That also say a lot about you as well. Do people feel comfortable enough to call just a vent? Because I really learned, like, I only have maybe 1-2 people that I know I can call just to vent to. Other people, I don't trust you with my information. I just needed you I needed to get it out. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I needed to say it out loud. And with protecting my peace, I know that some of those conversations I can't have with everybody. And I learned that the hard way, because it'd be like the people that be like your family, and you be like, dang, okay.
Then it get back to you somehow, and you be like, wait a minute, I know who I said that to.
Right. I'm like, but I'm here for you to vent. You don't hear your business out in the street, but you telling me I can't do the same. I said, noted.
Right. Noted.
Hear my notes.
Noted. I'm gonna pin that note. As a matter of fact, don't want it to get lost in the sauce, because I don't know how I need to handle you. But like, for me, honestly, those people, I just let go.
Yeah.
Once it started getting to a point where things were coming back to me too many times, like, I was just like, oh, you know what? It's not this is how I need to treat this person, as far as don't tell them my business, but we can still kick it. No, we're not gonna kick it either. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get any part of a relationship with me, because you're still, you're still dumping, you're still coming to me and, dumping out your bag and the negativity on my doorstep, and I'm supposed to just like sweep it up and then, hold it tight. Whereas, I don't need these analogies, y'all. I'm about to say, nah, you take mine and you just spread the ashes out into the next. But no, like, it is like, I just realized, okay, those people, I told y'all I was a silent cutoff.
Yeah, you should just be like ghosting.
I'm gonna just move on over here. We ain't even gotta talk about it. I just see you. I
I
peep.
see you. Just know I see you.
Yeah, Josiah say he needs an unbiased ear, like to hear him out and call him out if he's tripping. Like, can I say something about that? Because I feel like men specifically don't have that enough, right? Because men already don't really talk a lot, right?
That
About
part.
how they feeling and
Mhm.
what they're going through. And then when they do, if they do, they don't always have that friend that's gonna tell them, bro, you tripping right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I really wish there was like better resources for men to be able to have those type of conversations, like or just the men group as friends, you know, y'all were more open with how y'all talked about things, and y'all were open like with telling y'all friends that they're tripping, or you know, being able to be support for them. Like sometimes a dude might not be tripping, but he still don't have the right resources, the right people in his corner to help him get out of those situations, so then the situations become worse for
Right.
him, you know, and then it
Yeah.
just becomes volatile all around, because it's just I really wish that I seen better for guys out there. Like I think
Yeah.
we're like lucky enough to have like men who have like good support, but I know a lot of people, a lot of friends out there who, you know, you see it happen a lot. You know, you see it a lot where it's like it's not there. It's not something that's normal. So I love to see that Josiah does have something like that. And I mean, I'm not saying that that's every man, because obviously, like I just said, we're lucky enough to have that type of luxury, but it's not as common. It's just not.
Yeah. Or ask them how they doing.
Mm,
Like that was the thing that Trill had pointed out to me. Where he was like, you know, like one day he just like once a week or every 2 weeks he called all the his brothers and everyone that's close to him that are male and be like, how you doing today? I'm just
yeah,
calling to check up on you. And it's
yeah,
like, to really think about it, a lot of males don't have that, and I think that's mind blowing. I mean, a lot of females don't have that either, but it's more males than females, if that
right.
makes
And I
sense.
think for us, when we internalize things, I'm not going to say this for every woman, because I can't say that for every woman, but for a lot of women, if we have to internalize something and deal with it, it's different, right? Like I can't stonewall, right? For example, if I'm
Mm.
feeling a type of way about something that I need to sort out on my own, or if I don't have an outlet, if I don't have anybody to talk to or vent about, I can't wear that on my sleeve, because I still have to go out into the world and I have to be my kids' mother. I still have to lead them, right? I can't just shut down or, you know, put up a wall and be like, I need to be a recluse and deal with this situation in my mind for a few days, you know. And I used to do that real bad, where I just shut down and shut out from the whole world and just be a shell
Mm.
of a mom while I'm trying to figure out. And I mean, I know that's like it's depression, right? But it's like I feel like it's a little bit different because we don't have a off switch for like us. Like we always gotta go, go,
Mm.
go, 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 go. Full time at work. I'm a leader in my business. I'm full time there. I feel like I'm a mom at work too sometimes, if I'm being honest. But I'm a mom there. I got some grown kids in that building. Then I come home and I got these other kids in this building. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't be
Right.
wanting to dump all of it onto my husband, because I need for him to be strong and up there for me. And if I dump all my negative energy on him, where's he gonna dump it? And like I be trying to be like, you know what, I'm gonna just hold on to it and just deal
Right.
with it, you know. But even when I do that, I still gotta be like, okay, if I'm gonna deal with it, where I'm gonna put it? I gotta put it in this box in the back of my mind and still be up here like, hey guys, let's make cookies and put up the Christmas
Right.
tree.
Yes, I get that a lot though. I understand that a lot because, like you said, I be going through that sometimes still to this day, and it just be like, you like, especially when it comes to my husband, like you already have so much on your plate. You are already stressing about so much. I don't want to put what I'm thinking or what I'm going through on you because, like you said, where you gonna let it out at? Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like exactly what you
Mm-hmm.
said. Like I feel it 100%, 100%. And it's just like now that we at the age that we know peace is a big thing, it's an important thing, it's something like have to happen, it's something that you have to figure out. And like we said earlier in this episode, it's like we was not taught that. We was not taught
Right.
to, you know, keep your your energy and your peace, and you know how to cut people off and when to cut people off, how you let people treat you and things like that. You back in the day, you know, they treat you like that. If you don't want to be treated, well, how they say it, treat people how you want to be treated. That's all I heard. Or like you said, they hit you, hit them back.
Mm-hmm. But you want to know one thing I learned as an adult? What they used to call that the golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lie. That was a lie our whole life, because then it created this environment where we felt like these people are going to treat me the way that I'm treating them, because I'm treating them the way I want them to treat me, right?
Right.
And that's not what happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what happens. The reality of it is you need to treat people how they want to be treated, not treat people how you want them to treat you.
Right. Because some people
You know
don't
what I
even care
mean?
about how you feeling or how you want to be treated. Some people only care about themselves. So if I'm trying to do things for you that I know that you want to do for me, you know, now you just taking extra energy from me that could be
Mm-hmm.
pouring into someone else that, you know, have the same energy I have or have the same mindset I have or can benefit off of me and I could benefit off of them. Or I could pour into them, they could pour into me. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I most definitely get that 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Look, I feel like this whole podcast, we just be debunking all of the things from our childhood that was given to us as supposed advice, and we was like, shoot the messenger. Y'all lied. Y'all lied.
Yes. It is crazy because like a lot of people don't even know like where to even start their peace journey at.
Yes.
And how different ways to like what makes you feel calm. Like
Yes.
do you do certain things that make you like, okay, I'm irritated today, I'm not feeling it today, I need to go somewhere and do this to you know, what is that for you though? Like what do you do?
Like how do I manifest my peace?
Yeah.
I honestly, for real, I feel like it's evolving, right? I do feel like I try different things. I'm still trying to find the thing, but I try multiple things, right? I journal sometimes. Like I feel like there's different levels of calm down that I need.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm like super upset, like mad, then I just need a moment to myself. Yeah. I need to remove myself from the situation, from the people. I need to realign myself. You know what I mean? I need to balance myself out. Let me just go sit in the bathroom, maybe play in my hair for a little minute, or just go somewhere where I can do something by myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes, honestly,
that's big for me.
My drive home is a grounding point for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like that's a big piece. Like I deal with a lot at work.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, a lot of energy, and a lot of personalities, right? And then I leave there. Sometimes my drive is 30 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. All depends on Dallas traffic. But that drive home is grounding for me. You know, it's just me by myself in the car with my music. Sometimes my day be so much that I just drive home, no music, silent.
Mm-hmm.
I'll literally be in there talking. Like I'll talk out conversations that I want to have with somebody. Like the person is sitting there. And I know it sounds very weird. Sometimes I be getting so like in my emotions about that conversation. I might even start crying, but that's what gives me peace, right? Like that's my way of venting because I don't have like I feel like I don't feel comfortable pouring that negative energy into anybody. Like I don't feel like venting my worries onto anybody. So I just do it in the car by myself. If it's a conversation I really, really want to have, I'll talk through the whole thing beginning to end as all that person is there. Sometimes I move myself to tears because I'm saying the things that I really, really need to say. And then sometimes I'll have that whole conversation and get to the end of it and be like, now, Brittany, now that you just said all that, you sound crazy. You was really tripping.
But it's good to have though. It's good that you have those different things. Cause for me, like even like if I'm upset, I'm not even. I tried this over the weekend. I forgot one of the kids had made me so mad. All I had to do was like, y'all, please don't talk to me right now. And you hear, Mama, don't talk to me right now. I'm sorry, baby. Give me a couple minutes. I need to I need to regroup. Or if I'm
Mhm.
really like upset and I know that if anybody talks to me, I'm just gonna,
Go
I just
off the
go,
handles.
exactly. I just remove myself. I go to a different room. I put my headphones on. Even if it's like, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm like distancing myself from y'all. Let me at least put my headphones on. Let me like listen to some music to calm me down. And don't speak to me for a little bit because I don't want to go there with you.
That's another good point too. Protecting your peace from your own kids, cause y'all. My kids be doing it to me sometimes. Y'all, I'll come home. Listen, this might be TMI, but I'll go to my bathroom and I'll just sit in there. My kids will come in there and sit on the tub. My 15-year-old will come in there and sit in there and talk to me. And I'm like, I'm trying to be in a bathroom by myself. This is a very confined space. This is very intimate right now, what we're doing. You want to tell me about your day right now.
Right, at all, like right now in this moment.
Right? Yeah. You couldn't wait. Like I came into my room. Like a lot of times I come home and I go straight to the bathroom. Whether I gotta use it or not, I just go straight to the bathroom as soon as I come home. Like, let me just ground. I'm gonna just ground myself real quick. Like let me just take a moment, right? Orient myself with being home, because now I'm no longer manager Brittany. I'm mom Brittany. It be feeling like the same hat a lot of the time though. I gotta manage this and manage that. You feel like a lot of the same. It's transferable skills. But yeah, I be trying to ground myself and they'll come up in there. So it's like, how do you protect your energy? I'm not gonna say protect your peace, because your kids are a part of your peace. I mean, my kids are a part of my peace.
I agree with that.
How do you protect your energy? From your kids. Oh, look, I'm so sure of it. Like she said, you gonna miss that one. I am. I know I am. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I learned that with our families, that it's important to have boundaries with our space when we need it. Yeah. No, so I like this room, for example, having space, having your space. This room was supposed to be my me room. Y'all, I do yoga, I paint, I do the podcast, everything in this little room. And I tell my kids when the door closed, don't come in. But I'll guarantee y'all, as soon as 8:05-ish hit, they know we're not live no more. And I'm going to get or Aiden go be at the door. They going to let him loose, and he going to be at the door waiting for me.
Yeah, that's how Stephanie is, the youngest one. I'd be sitting in the morning time. I like to just sit in the bed for give me 20 minutes, just relax in the bed before I get all the way up. She it gets so bad to the point when she walk in the room, I pretend like I'm asleep. it's that bad. Cause she'll come in here like, good morning. Like she'll be so live. I'm like, hey, Stephanie. And I give her the energy, but then it's just be like, Mama, I want this. I want that. So Stephanie, give me 1 second. Let me get my thoughts together and stuff like that. Then I go to the bath, brush my teeth. She's not gonna do it. I'm like, Stephanie, I was just sitting out there. You waited till I go into the bathroom so I get myself ready for the day for you to ask me the same questions you asked me 10 minutes ago.
Right. Girl. Let me see. I'm gonna take one more comment in here. Let me see. She said, where is it? I just lost it. Oh, one lady told me that she comes home and put her incense and her family knows to leave her alone. Another woman said she puts on a Snoopy sign on I guess on the door, and they know to leave her be until she done. Yeah, like look, Stephanie ain't honoring none of that. Stephanie be like, Mom, I know your incense on, but
Stephanie don't care about none of that.
None of it, right?
Girl, I'm sorry, but I was in a meeting one day with my supervisor. I work from home, and I tell her I'm when it's one-on-ones, I have to have the camera on, and they have to hear me. And I'm sitting there like, shoot. Girl, why she come up behind me, and I have the little blurry thing going? She just popped in the camera.
She don't care. She's like, Mom, who you talking to that I gotta get out?
I had to say, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, they out of school this week. I apologize. She said, Q, it's okay. But I was so embarrassed. Like, baby, why you just do me like that?
Look, talking about do me like that.
Comfortable and everything like that. And this man just seen how this head just popped up.
Look, our girl, she needs you now. Mommy, stop everything you're doing.
Girl, she didn't even want to do. She didn't even want nothing. She didn't even want nothing. She just wanted to be seen.
Her the usual, you know, but that's why we love her. Okay, look, we'll keep going and going and going, and we do this every week. We'll be like, oh, dang, okay, I saw the time ticking down, but I wanted to hear that last little bit, or I wanted to say one more thing. I really, really enjoyed this week, mainly for the engagement. I am very appreciative of all of you guys joining the group chat and sharing your inputs this whole time. It makes it so much more fun and vibrant, and it feels worth it, right? Because me and her had these conversations all the time. We talk like this all the time, but it feels good to have the conversation be heard and be, you know, grown, because now you guys are sharing your inputs and your insights and the things that you've heard and things that you've seen. And you've also, you know, broadened the conversation because you've maybe put in some things that we weren't going to touch on, but because you said it, we did touch on it. So thank you guys for that. Thank you so much. You know, I really hope that we will see you guys here with us next week on December 3rd, same time, same places. Next week's topic is under wraps. We're going to drop it later this week and let you guys know what we'll be talking about. But I really hope to see all of you guys there with us next week when we drop episode 7 of Girl, Let's Talk About It. Bye, guys.
Bye.